Hey everyone, how's it going? Back again playing Pokemon trading card game on the channel. Trying to hit those, 4,000 watch hours so I can monetize this bad boy so I can, make that good 13 cents on the ad revenue. Nah, I'm just kidding. But here we are. If you guys want to help out the channel on the way to 1,000 subs, go ahead and subscribe right now if you like this type of content. If you like this type of trading card game stuff, go ahead and hit that like. In the future, I'm going to be doing some Pokemon Showdown live, some playthroughs. I'm going to do a little bit of tournament vlogging and be doing a bunch of fun stuff on this channel. So make sure and stay tuned and subscribe, support. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Today I'm going to be playing one of the coolest decks to come out of the Lost Origin set, which is the Lost Zone toolbox deck. The way this deck works is it aims to get 10, roughly 10 cards into the Lost Zone and then utilize Sableye's powerful Lost Mine attack. The Lost Mine attack for 1 energy puts 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. This is a ridiculously powerful attack, especially when you combo it with cards like Echoing Horn here, which can put a basic Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile onto their bench. This works exceptionally well at putting weak Pokemon back into play on your opponent's side of the field, sort of locking up their bench, making it a little awkward for them, and then giving you snipe targets for your Sableye. You play a full 3 copy of those. We play Manaphy to prevent getting sniped ourselves. Of course, we can't really afford to have our weak little dude sniped. We've got Radiant Charizard to hit for weakness against metal Pokemon and also just hit for 250 with 1 energy, generally speaking. That comes up here or there. It's not bad. It's not bad. We've also got Cramorant as a secondary attacker. This Pokemon can kind of go on the beatdown for 0 energy, which is pretty solid. It can set up for your late game Sableye sweeps as well. We've got Comfy, which is the starter. This Pokemon says at the beginning, or not at the beginning, once during your turn, if this Pokemon's in the active spot, you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand, put one of them into the Lost Zone. Super good consistency booster. You can swap between these pretty freely with the Scoop Up Nets, the Escape Ropes, and the Air Balloons to get multiple activations in 1 turn so that you can set up for your Sableye and your Cramorants. And then, of course, you've got additional other ways to get cards in Lost Zone in Lost Vacuum and full 4 copies of Colress's Experiment. This is one of the best supporters in the deck. You want to see it early. You want to see it often. That's why you play the full 4 copies. The other supporters that we do play is we play 1 Roxanne. Gotta have the rainbow one. I think it looks especially good on this Roxanne card. This says you can only use this card if your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, which is usually the case because you're playing a single prizer deck that has a weak Pokemon. You get to shuffle your hand in your deck and draw 6. They have to shuffle their hand into their deck and draw 2. This is a very powerful card at shutting off your opponent's draws later in the game, and then you have 1 Marnie to shut off your opponent's draws earlier in the game. We've got a Clara, which lets you put 4, Pokemon and basic energy from your discard pile back in your hand. Lets you recharge on anything. If you're forced to Lost Zone a copy of something, having 2 of these lets you basically just recharge on anything at any point in the game. And then, of course, 1 Boss's Orders, just so you can manipulate the field positioning. Pokestop is here to help you turbo through your deck. There's a lot of items in this deck. There are 4 Battle VIP Pass, which you want to see early. Pokestop also is good at knocking out your opponent's stadiums. There are a couple different stadiums you want to knock out. For energy, we've got 4 Psychic and 2 Fire energy. I really like the reverse energy from Evolutions because they have that classic energy card border, which makes me happy and nostalgic. I've never played a game with this deck before. We are going to try it out. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go down. I think it's going to be a really fun deck to try and navigate, but it may test my brain. It may test my capacity to play this game. So I'm a little curious. We're just going to grab a few games, get into it. You know how it is. You see a little bit of spoilers. I was trying out Lost Zone Dialga. The deck did not perform as well as I thought it would. Setting up the first Dialga was a cinch, but setting up the follow-up Dialga was actually where the deck kind of fell flat. Cool deck, though. Very cool deck, though. If you can pull ahead, you really can't lose. Won the coin flip, which is perfect. We would like to go first, I think. Actually, maybe we want to go second with this deck. Is that the case? Yeah, maybe we want to go second with this deck. I think it's possible we want to go second with this deck. I'm not quite sure. We're going to Pokegear. And we're going to grab ourselves a Colress's Experimentation. We need to resolve 2 of these, so we can get at least some cards in the Lost Zone to try and power up our Cramorant, and then hopefully get a late game Sableye. I am also going to attach the Psychic Energy now, because why the heck not? We'll pass the turn. Next turn we'll be able to Colress. Hopefully we can find some action that way. Looking at the top 5 is actually pretty solid. When you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, you usually find what you need to get going. Hisuian Heavy Ball. This is maybe a card I should be playing. I'm not playing it, but maybe I should be. Looks like the opponent's playing Durant. This is actually a terrible matchup for us. This is a really bad matchup because we have to mill ourselves to get going, and they also mill us. This is a pretty bad matchup, I will say. I'll say it's a pretty bad matchup. They're also going to hit us with Misfortune Sisters, which is, look at the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck, and then you may discard any number of item cards. Ooh, they discarded Battle VIP. I would have really liked to hit that off of... Well, actually, no, I wouldn't have. I'm actually pretty happy that got discarded. We can't use that. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think this deck might want to go second, now that I'm looking at it, because we can attack pretty easily on the first turn of the game if we get set up, and if we have access to a supporter, it might be the truth. Looks like the opponent's going low on resources. If we can get set up here, then maybe we're okay. Because if we can knock out this active Durant, I think we have an actual game on our hands. They have no cards going on. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and Colress. Colress is going to grab us. Oh, this isn't good, dude. This isn't good. I think it's these 3. I think it's Boss's Comfy and Psychic Energy. But this is not good. This is not good. We're going to be in an awkward spot where we have to retreat, which sucks. It's not where I would like to be. I'll say that much. We have to retreat into Comfy, and then we kind of have to hit something here. We did hit a Scoop Up Net. Okay. So that's part 1 of the equation. A little bit tough. We only have 3 in the Lost Zone. We can't get the attack this turn. We're going to be able to give them 2 draws, which I don't like. Is there anything else we could do? We could attack for 20, but that's not ideal. They do have a basic Pokemon in their discard pile. I could put that back on their bench if I want to, but I might want to hold cards in hand because I might be in a situation where I need to Marnie a big hand back into my deck. So since we can't really attack this turn, I'm just going to pass. Scoop Up Netting here doesn't really get us anywhere. It just puts the Cramorant in the active a little bit hastily. They did hit another energy off the top. It's not good. They also milled a Clara, which is not good either. But I am pretty happy that they did mill the Manaphy. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our last... Ooh, do we want Switch Card or do we want Scoop Up Net? I think Scoop Up Net is a little bit better. So now we can start attacking with Cram. Start attacking with Cram. The issue, or the question becomes, do we want to take out the Bidoof, or do we want to start taking out these attackers? That's what the question becomes. I think we just want to take out the attackers. We're going to pick up the Comfy. We're going to promote the Cramorant. Man, I sure would like to get 10 cards in the Lost Zone. You know what? It's just too risky. I don't think we can really afford to do that at this moment in time. I don't think we can afford to go for the Colress's Experimentation. It just mills too many cards. I'd like to keep as many cards in deck as possible so we don't lose to this. They top deck a Misfortune Sisters, but they're going to be out of Durant here, which is big for us. Yep, and they're going to concede. Perfect. Okay, cool. I'm happy I didn't use the Colress's there. They might have kept playing, and we might have actually lost, so that's kind of terrifying. We got a bunch of coins, which is pretty hype. Pretty hype. Okay, first game. First game with Lost Box. That was pretty fast. I think I decided I do want to try to go second in my next few games. I think going second is what this deck would like to do. And that's that. pretty much. With the Battle VIP passes, I think it makes sense to want to have active Chorus on the first turn of the game. That's what makes sense in my brain. So if we win the coin flip, we are going to be choosing to go second. We did win the coin flip. Would you like to go first? No. We're going to choose to go second here. This may seem a little odd, but I think it's accurate. I think it's accurate. This hand is very good, by the way. This hand has Battle VIP. It has Fog Crystal. We're going to get all of our setup, and then we have Escape Rope, so we can activate Comfy at least twice. Looks like the opponent is playing Pokemon with no retreat cost. Interesting. What deck plays Pokemon with no retreat cost? Mew. Huh. Okay, we got a game against Mew. So Mew, potentially difficult matchup. I didn't add Drapion into this deck. Drapion is one of the ways we can sort of take over this matchup and win it. I might need to add Drapion for this matchup in if we don't win this game. This game might be a little bit difficult for us to deal with. Now we can hunt down Genesect with the Charizard. That's something to keep in mind. And we can also do some pretty crazy stuff just with damage spread, the Sableye. So let's go ahead and get our Pokemon set up more or less. Let's Battle VIP. We're going to grab Comfy and Cramorant. I think these are the two most important to grab right now. We can get Sableye later in the game once we're more set up. Actually, we could even grab it now if we want to, but I think what we want to do first is just flower selecting. I don't think we need Manaphy in this. I don't think they can snipe really. So we'll go ahead and Lost on the Manaphy. We'll attach Air Balloon to this Comfy. Ooh, that might have been incorrect. That might have been incorrect, actually. Air Balloon is probably the thing you want to play last. Does Scuba not pick up the cards attached to it? No, it discards all the cards attached to it. Ooh, that might have been inaccurate, actually. That might have been inaccurate. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that was stupid. Oh, stupid. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have Scoop Up Net. Yeah, you want to Scoop Up Net first. Okay. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. We're making a few mistakes here. We're making a few errors. But what do? Do we Scoop Up Net and then Escape Rope and then Scoop Up Net again? How's the best way to sequence this? I think I botched this by not Scoop Up Netting first. Yeah, low-key I did. Low-key I messed it up. I'm going to be sacrificing one of my switch cards here, which is an activation of the Comfy, but it's okay. We just need to get 4 cards activated. Or not activated, 4 cards in the Lost Zone, more or less. And then I think we're Gucci gang. So we'll go ahead and Escape Rope. Switch into the new one. Activate the new one. This one will grab Chorus, and that'll get us online to go ahead and attack with the guy. All right, in this matchup, Roxanne's not the best. Lost Vacuum, just Pokemon Tooler Stadium, not ideal. I think we're just going to grab the Pokemon and the energy, actually. I think we're just going to grab the Pokemon and the energy. I don't think we really need Roxanne all that much. And I think we are just going to, like, throw some of these guys down on the bench. I don't really see a reason not to, actually. We could attack this Mew. Next turn, they can strike back. I'm trying to think if it's better to attack the Mew or attack the Genesect. Because we can Scoop Up Net and then attack the Mew. Or we could Scoop Up Net, or we could Escape Rope and attack the Genesect. I think it's actually better to Escape Rope, attack the Genesect. Because this is going to force them to have a switch card plus all the other stuff that they need in order to get going. And we are going to attach an energy. I mean, just why not? Why not? And maybe we burn this Fog Crystal too. I'm not sure. Hopefully we can get a KO on this Genesect later in the game, maybe, with the Sableye sort of turn. Hopefully they're not playing a way to pick this guy up. But putting 110 on the Genesect is good because he can't evolve. So he can't get any bigger. Whereas the Mew gets bigger to the point where it complicates things, is what I say. It'll complicate things. Looks like they might have bricked a little bit. They didn't have a lot of ways to get super going in terms of benching stuff. Oh, okay. Ultra Ball's big. Ultra Ball's big because they can grab a Genesect and then at least draw 3 cards here, if not drawing more. Okay. This is one of the coolest decks in the format, the Mew deck. I actually have this built on paper and I played it at a regional. I did pretty poorly at the regional, but it was a good time. It was a good time. I really like this deck, and I think I misplayed a lot at the regional, if I'm going to be real. But I like this deck a lot. Recently, it's won the last 3 big tournaments, so it goes to show that it's definitely a powerful deck. The draw to this deck is the Fusion Strike system on the Genesect, which says once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have cards in your hand equal to the number of Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. And you can do that for each Genesect. Looks like they did find the Switch card, which is, okay, that's legit. Here's a Power Tablet. Is that enough to knock out our Cramorants? It's not. It's not enough to knock out the Cramorants. And they're going to go ahead and concede. Dang, they bricked. That's crazy. That's really unlucky for the opponent. Really lucky for us. Looks like going second was pretty big, actually. That was kind of nice. I actually quite liked that. I don't know if I need to add Drapion into this deck, but I kind of like the concept of, like, escape roping them and then, like, getting some damage on the Genesects early and then maybe having a turn later on where Sableye can pick stuff off. I think that's not bad. That's not a bad plan. Maybe, like, have a Charizard turn, too, where I'm able to, like, Charizard snipe something big. I don't know. That matchup seems okay. It doesn't seem too bad because they're not really sniping me. They're not really pulling ahead in the prize race too quickly. This hand looks good. I mean, we have the Battle VIP pass, so we should be okay. We should be okay. This might be a tough matchup, actually, because they are very resilient. They are very resilient. We're going to be looking to hunt down these Pokemon on the bench and focus more on that and ignoring their active, because this is going to be difficult for our deck to break through. I don't know if our deck's going to be able to break through something like that. First things first, we want to get comfy. We got to get our comfy boy. I really like the artwork on this card. I think it's tight. I think it looks cool. Okay, we've got Switch Cart and we've got Scoop Up Net. Let's go for a couple of Battle VIP passes. Let's grab Comfy for the first one. And then I think we'll grab... We only have one Cramorant in deck. One is prized. And then we'll grab Sableye maybe with the other one. So let's go ahead and do this. Grab Cramorant, Sableye. We shall Switch Cart, promoting the Comfy. Activate our ability. This will grab... So Air Balloon gets us a refresh. Pokegear gets us a shot at Colress. So I think I'm going to grab Pokegear because we don't have a supporter quite yet. So we are going to Pokegear right now. Opponent's going to concede. They don't want to play against us. Interesting. Man, 3 opponents conceding. Crazy. Maybe this deck's actually legit. Maybe this deck's the real deal. I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of enjoying the way it plays. I think the Battle VIP into Comfy is a really cool, like, setup engine. Just pretty much guarantees that you get what you need to get. And then I really like how Sableye approaches the game. Sableye is a way that you can, like, sort of piece together wins, but you have to do it in the late game once you've set up a bunch of cards in your lost zone. So it's kind of high risk. You're going to be low resource when you go for the Sableye attack. So I kind of like that. It's like, or not low risk, sorry, high risk. Yeah, did I say low risk? I meant high risk. High risk, high reward on the Sableye. You have to have 10 cards lost zoned. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's at least 6 Comfy activations and 2 Colress experiment. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, this hand looks great. I mean, we have double VIP. I think this is one of the best cards in the format, if I'm going to be real. We're going to lead on Cramorant. I don't think it matters too much. We're going to need to end up switching into the other dude. So I don't think it matters if we bench the Sableye either. I'm benching it just in case our hand gets, like, shuffled or something. Maybe there's some matchups where we don't want to bench these guys. I don't know. Looks like the opponent's playing their own Colress Path to Peak deck. This is most likely a Giratina deck. Giratina can be scary because they play this card and Empoleon V, which locks our Pokemon. Thankfully, they've got a Manaphy stuck in the active, so hopefully they don't have too good of a turn. They've got their own Battle VIP. Okay. Okay, this can be tense. This can be tense. They're playing Radiant Gren. Interesting. I wonder why they're playing Radiant Gren instead of Radiant, one of the other Radiants. I think Radiant Gardevoir is actually pretty good in this deck because it protects your Giratinas. They found Switch. Okay. They have a pretty good start here. Like, this is a pretty good start. You can't really ask for much more than this. They lost zone in energy. Okay. They got to be careful of how much energy they lost zone. Giratina does lost zone energies, So they got to be careful of how much they lost zone. They're going to attach the active. They can retreat it here. Having the water energies means they can go for the Radiant Greninja attack. Now that we've seen the water energy, I need to be a little bit more careful, and I need to pretty much like keep a Manaphy in play, more or less. They are going to Lost Zone and Escape Rope. Interesting. Okay. So let's start things off with Battle VIP. We're going to grab Double Comfy. We do have a Manaphy. We prized one, but we have the other in the deck. That's why we play two. So we're going to grab Double Comfy. And then I think the other Battle VIP is going to grab Comfy again and Manaphy to protect us from that Radiant Greninja. That card is scary. We can't be attacked by that. That's the scary part here. Alright, so now we want to Escape Rope. We'll put Comfy in the active and just start Lost Zoning our own cards. They're going to put Manaphy in the active. Interesting. They don't yet know that we don't play Radiant Gren, so interesting that they would promote their Manaphy and risk it here. Ooh, both of these are good. I think Air Balloon is a little bit better because it's a repeated switch. So we're going to grab that guy. We'll go ahead and Air Balloon on the active. We'll switch him out to the next Comfy. Yep, that makes sense. We'll Flower Selecting here. I think... I'm not sure. Echoing Horn could be okay, but I think Clara makes a little bit more sense. So we can reuse our Cramorants. Now we can scoop up Net, but we only have 2 cards in the Lost Zone. So I think what we want to do actually is Escape Rope. I think we want to Escape Rope into the last Comfy and use it. They're going to promote the Radiant Gren here. Makes sense. Makes sense. Ooh, this is tricky. This is tricky because I would really love to grab this Colress. But we're going to lose our only Radiant. We saw Path to the Peak, so I think I'm happy grabbing the Colress. Path to the Peak will lock the Radiant Charizard's ability. But that is something that you don't love to see. Okay, we grabbed 3 of these cards. I think the 3 we really want are Marnie. Probably Level Ball. No, Pokestop's probably better than Level Ball. And then Sableye. I don't think we need the Fire Energy or the Level Ball so much. We're already pretty set up with the cards we need in play. And now we have 5 cards in the Lost Zone, which means we can start attacking with Cramorant. However, it's going to put the Radiant Gren not quite down to lethal. We don't need to bench the other Comfy quite yet. And we don't need to Palpad quite yet either, I don't think. I think we're just going to go for the attack. We're going to try to set up for a big Sableye turn. I think that's the plan. I think Sableye's our game plan. So we'll just like spread some damage around, put some damage on things, and then go for a late game Sableye mega kill. That's going to be my plan. They've got Colress Experiment now. They are playing Pokemon V in their deck. They are playing the Luminion V, so they're going to more consistently see Colress Experimentation. However, we did get to go second, so we were able to Colress before them and attack before them, which I think is a big deal. They now have 4 cards in the Lost Zone. If they're playing their own Cramorant, they can search for it now, and they can actually, I believe, knock ours out. Cramorant does kill Cramorant, so it's kind of its own counter in that sense, and it looks like they do. Okay, so their plan this turn is to get their Cramorant active and knock us out. Which is ugly. It is ugly. We have Clara, so we can bring back our Cramorant. So it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, but we are a little bit behind here. We are kind of counting on our Sableyes. Quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit. First things first, let's go ahead and Comfy. It's 2 of the same card. Make the choice easy. Okay. How many cards are in our Lost Zone? We have 6 cards in our Lost Zone. I think we should Pokestop. Because if we mill any Pokemon, then we can get it back. And if we mill all items like this, cash money, dude. Cash money. Heck yeah. Okay, Air Balloon a little awkward because it's not a straight up switching card. I think maybe 2 Air Balloon might not be optimal for this deck. I think I might want to go up to like 1 switch, 1 Air Balloon, something like that. We might need to Clara this turn just to get into our dude. I'm going to Fog Crystal and grab an energy out of our deck. I want to see what's left in the deck. We have 2 switch card, 3 scoop up net. Dang, we missed on a lot of switch cards. We had 6 switch cards left in the deck. And we missed on Colress too, which is kind of cringe. Kind of cringe, if I do say so myself. I don't know if we need to attach this Psychic quite yet, but I'm going to. Just because, why the heck not? And I think we are going to Clara. It's not the best Clara, but we can pad it back. So, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. And we do just need to get a Cramorant going, so I think it's okay. I think it's okay to do it here. We are going to pad, put back Colress and Clara. I would love to draw either of those next turn, so I think shuffling them back is pretty good. And then I think we will retreat into Cram and just go for the knockout. We could have gotten a little greedy. Actually, should we level ball? Yeah, let's level ball now. Let's level ball and grab Zigzagoon. I'm going to Zigzagoon. I'm going to start putting 10 on some stuff. Where do I want to put this 10? I'll put it on Luminion. I think that's fine. We could put all our eggs in one basket, but they for sure play Scoop Up Net, and I don't want to risk them Scoop Up Netting their Radiant Greninja next turn, so I think that's the move. I could have also Marnied them this turn, but I don't know. I don't know if that was correct. I don't know if I played this turn correctly. I needed to get to a Cramorant. We only had one way to get to one guaranteed. I needed to alleviate that pressure, I think. They now have quite a few cards in Lost Zone. They have 6, 7 off this Comfy. And they have a pretty big hand. But I'm pretty certain they're playing Greninja, or not Greninja, sorry, Giratina, and not playing Sableye. They might be playing one Sableye. They might be playing one, which is terrifying, to say the least, but it's only one. And if they can't get an attack this turn, let's see what they've got. They're going to discard Battle VIP. Yep, they are playing Giratina. That makes sense. Giratina is very good. Giratina has a very powerful attack. What? They're going to Mirage Gate right now? Wait, does this guy attack? Shuffle this Pokemon and all card attached to it into your deck. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. They did have a Scoop Up Net. Good thing I did not put the 10 on the Radiant Gren. They definitely would have scooped up that. They are going to use Pokestop. And they are going to grab, I forgot what they grabbed, a Mirage Gate. But they didn't play it. They're getting kind of low on cards in deck, but this does shuffle the energy back in the deck and get the Pokemon V out of play, which is good for them. Okay. Now, at this moment in time, I want to see if we can go all out and get a Sableye attack this turn. That's the goal. That's the goal as of right now. So first things first, let's Flower Selecting. Ooh, both of these are good, but I think Colress is a little better. Colress is probably going to guarantee us a Sableye attack. How much do we have banished? Or, not banished, Lost Zone, we have 7. So Colress is going to put 8, 9. Second Comfy is going to put 10. So this should guarantee us a Sableye attack this turn. We're going to grab Cram, we're going to grab second Psychic Energy, and we are going to grab a Switch card. The other 2 cards, not that necessary here. Okay, actually Cram might not have even been necessary, because at the point where we can stream Sableyes with Clara, that might actually just be where we want to be. Now that I think about it, yeah. Okay, we're going to put Sableye down, I think. Does this guy get stopped by this guy? I don't think he does. I could be wrong. We're going to switch cart because we kind of have to into the next Comfy. We'll use the Flower move. We'll grab Pokegear because Battle VIP is dead after the first turn. And now we should have 10 in the Lost Zone. So we have 6 here and then 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. Perfect. Then we can attach Air Balloon. We can Pokestop if we want to. We don't need to. We can Echoing Horn if we want to. Put back their Cramorant. But that doesn't really get us anywhere as of right now. So I think we just want to get our energy in play. We just want to preserve our resources. We're going to retreat into Sableye. I'm not sure if this is prevented by Manaphy or not. We're going to find out. We're going to find out if this is prevented by mana fee. I'm going to learn the hard way. I don't think it is. Oh, shit, I did this wrong. I should have put damage on the other comfy. I was just clicking and not thinking I was talking. Misplaying a little bit. It's not prevented by mana fee. So this guy's actually just insane. This guy's actually just crazy. Okay, Sableye's great. Sableye's actually great. Wow, this card is nuts. Ooh, he's eating those crystal. He's like, yummy crystal, yummy crystal. They've got Snorlax. Snorlax is a good way to do some stuff. He prevents all effects. I don't think we can damage this guy with Sableye, if I'm going to be real. I think he prevents this effect. I think he prevents us from placing damage counters on him. We can try it out next turn, put a damage counter on him to see, just test the rollings. We're going to lose our whole hand, which sucks, but we have double comfy, and they're stuck with mana fee in the active, so I think we're okay. Plus we have the Pokestop to try and dig us out of it. They found a Scoop Up Net. Okay, that's pretty good. They are going to go for the Snorlax. Snorlax is going to be a bit of a wall for us. This guy seems pretty good in this matchup, but I think they're a little bit behind. They're a little bit behind, at the very least. We can use Comfy to dig us out of this too, so I'm not too worried. All right, first things first, let's Pokestop. Oh, it doesn't grab supporters. That's kind of dangerous, actually. Ooh, I milled a Clara. That's bad. That's really bad. I didn't know it didn't grab. So that's pretty bad. That's a mistake on my part. Oopsies. We could grab Roxanne. Roxanne will put them to 2 cards, I think. How does this card work? I can't read it. If your opponent has 3, I don't know how this card works. We're gonna grab Roxanne, and then I'm gonna read it. We're learning as we go today. I've never played with this card before. You can use this card only if your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to be usable this turn. We should have another Sableye in the deck, so I'm going to go grab it. We do not. Interesting. Okay, so it's in our prizes. All right. That's going to be tricky. Okay. That being the case, we should flower selecting, I think. We'll mill over the Pokestop. Or yeah, because we already have one in play, so we don't really need that. This is tricky, isn't it? We could go Scoop Up Net on Zig. Put 10 on Mana Fee. How many Scoop Up Nets have they used? 2? Alright, I'm willing to risk it. Or at least try it out. We can go 10 on Mana Fee. Oh, that might be a mistake, you know? We might need to take out one of these Giratinas to win this game. Now that I'm thinking about it. We might actually need to take out the Giratina. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this game. Okay, whatever. Here's the plan. We're going to Roxanne. Here's the plan. We're going to Roxanne. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a path to victory. I don't know if that was the most accurate, but hopefully it gets us somewhere. This could lost zone the stadium so they can't get out of things. I am really inclined to play this. What do I want to get rid of out of my hand? Probably Escape Rope. So we're going to get rid of Escape Rope, and we are going to lost zone the Pokestop so they can't get out of the situation. We're going to retreat our little lad, and we're going to go for a Lost Mine. So we're going to put 7 on the Comfy. I really messed up the last turn. I think my Sableye usage was pretty bad. And then we're going to put 5 on the Giratina with the energy. I think. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't actually know. I think that might be the right play. Yeah, just go after the Giratina. They have 3 prize cards they have to take. We have, 3 or 2 turns to to take out this Giratina. They were able to find a Colress. Oof. That's not great. That's not great. Maybe that gets them out of this. Their Snorlax is stuck in the active. They need to find a switch card. And I'm sure they play plenty, so they do need to find a way to get out of it. But even if they do that, like, they need so much more to get going here. They need a Mirage Gate, which they've already lost 3. They might have lost Zone 1 too. I'm not really sure. They haven't. And then they need a Giratina VSTAR, which I don't know if they have that sort of resource. There's the Scoop Up Net. They needed that. That's going to lose them a lot of energy, though. Oh, they're going to pick up the Manaphy. Interesting. Interesting. They were a little bit nervous about that damage counter. Maybe it was good that we put the damage counter there. They've got a Capture Energy. They're going to fail to find. They need a Grass Energy to really do anything. Well, this is perfect for us. This is kind of exactly what we asked for. I mean, we get a bench of Sableye. We get a slap down an energy card. And then I think we're just in the driver's seat to win this game. We don't really need to play anything else. If there was a way to get this Battle VIP discarded, I would do that. But I think for the most part, this is just going to be a pretty straightforward game. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the Giratina V-Star. He is now set up to be destroyed next turn because he's at 170 and we deal 120. So that'll knock him out most likely. Unless this Luminion V can heal him. Boss's orders. Maybe they're trying to lock us up in the active. Who knows? We have 2 Sableyes, so even just knocking out 1 Sableye is not good enough. And they can't snipe us because we have Manaphy. The only way they could snipe us is with their own Sableye, which I'm learning now is the Mirror Breaker. This card is absolutely insane. This is one of the best cards, if not the best card in our deck. I'm just now realizing, wow, that was awesome. Taking down the big bad Giratina V-Star deck with a little crunchy Sableye boy chewing on the gems. That's what I'm talking about. MVP Sableye, that's what I'm talking about. That's fire. That was really fun. That was really, really fun. Okay, I'm getting a little bit torqued. The first 3 opponents, they kind of rolled over. But that guy, he gave us a challenge. A little bit of a lost box mirror match. That was kind of cool. Okay, let's see if we can get another game here. I'm feeling this deck. This might be one of my favorite decks. Oh no, the favorite deck meme. It's transcending channels. Oh my goodness. Okay, they're calling the coin flip. Hopefully we go second, actually. Oh, we won. So do we choose to go second? Yeah, I think we do. I think we choose to go second, as weird as that is. We're going to be able to use our Colress on the first turn and hopefully just get set up, get fully set up. We could even attack on the first turn probably pretty easily. Zacian V. Okay, this guy's normally played in Dialga, which is a deck I'm scared of for a lot of reasons, because it's a scary deck. I'm not sure if it's played in the better versions of Dialga or what. Yeah, this card is terrifying. This card is really, really terrifying. It's good against us. That's why we have the Charizard V-Star. They have Training Court. Okay, that's good for us too. That's a cool looking Training Court. I want to get one of those. Dang, those look nice. Kind of want to get one of those. Yeah, so we need to find some stuff with this Colress for sure. I think our game plan this game is going to be Charizard V-Star. Or not V-Star. Radiant Charizard. They got so many little mechanics. It's kind of hard to keep them all sorted. They are going to battle VIP into just 1 Mew. They want to leave a bench slot open. Interesting. Okay. So if they can retreat the Zacian, they're not going to be able to. We might get a chance to put 110 damage on the Zacian, which would be ideal, I think. We might not. We might be forced to do some stuff. Okay, finding Comfy first is nice. We can switch cart into Comfy. Go for the flower selecting first. How important is Sableye going to be in this matchup? Pretty important. I think pretty important. Let's grab one of him. Clara is important too, but as long as we have our Pokemon, then we should be okay. Now we can Colress, hopefully find something that gets us to. There's the Battle VIP. Perfect. We want Cram for the turn 1 attack. Now it's just a matter of whether or not we want Psychic Sableye. I think we need to take the Sableye in case we prize the third. We play few more energy than we play Sableye, so that was a tricky decision though. I don't love lost zoning our energy when we have so few. We need to be careful about that. We're gonna go ahead and VIP pass into 2 more. Comfy, I believe. Doesn't look like they have a way to really snipe us as of right now, unless they can surprise snipe us. So we're just gonna grab 2 more Comfy. I'm gonna start things off with a switch card, I believe. So we might go switch card into retreat into training court, back our energy into attack this guy for 110. So we switch card into the next one. This guy goes flower selecting. We'll grab Pokestop. We were probably not going to play it though. Yeah, we'll grab Pokestop. Probably not going to play it though. We're just going to bench Cramorant's. We're going to attach the active. This gives us basically a free retreat without having to use our scoop up net or anything. We'll retreat into Cramorant. I do kind of want to bench the Sableye, but it's a little high risk. I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's fine. In case we get our hand shuffled back, maybe it's okay. Okay, this is going to force him to find something to get their Zacian out of the active at the very least. And we have used a supporter this turn, so there's no need to Pokestop. I think we just go for the 110. And then pass the turn. They can do some scary stuff to us. They can for sure do some scary stuff to us, but at least the Zacian is now in range of a Sableye attack. So if we get 1 Sableye attack on the Zacian, 1 Sableye attack on the 2 Mews, and then 1 Charizard attack on the Giratina VSTAR, that wins the game. That's my game plan right now. 2 Sableye attacks and a Radiant Charizard attack. That's my game plan. Hopefully we can put it together. I didn't see if Radiant Charizard was in the deck. He might be in our prizes, but he'll probably be the last thing we need to go for anyway. The next few turns are going to be dedicated towards just getting 10 cards into the Lost Zone ASAP so we can attack with these Sableyes. So we're going to be burning a lot of cards to try and get the Sableye set up. I like the Mews in this deck. They're like acting as a sort of Comfy for them, but like way more consistent because it sees the top 6 instead of the top 2. Or yeah, top 6 instead of top 2. There's Marnie. Okay. That's tricky. That's going to shuffle away our energy and our Sableye. And put him to the bottom. Thankfully, we hit another energy. Thankfully. Hand is still a little bricked, but maybe Comfy can dig out of it. We have Comfy Air Balloon, so we have a few fresh draws to try and get out of it. Lost Vacuum can also get rid of their training court or their Big Charm. I think I'm going to go after the Big Charm, actually. And that'll put another card for us into the Lost Zone. So we can put at least 1, 2, 3 cards into the Lost Zone next turn. We need to get up to 10. And we're at 4. So I think Colress into another switch card should get us there. So if we find Colress into another switch card, we should be golden to get a Sableye attack next turn. Or it might be Colress into 2 switch cards. That gets us there. They're just going to Intrepid Sword. That's actually really good news for us. That means we don't actually have to hit a Sableye attack this turn. That's very good news for us. And finding Pokestop is also very good news for us. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to Lost Zone our Battle VIP because it's a completely dead card now. We are going to hit, I believe, the Big Charm. I want to leave the Training Court in play just because maybe we can make use of it. I don't know. If we take 2 prizes, we're not going to be able to be hit by Roxanne. I do want to get the energy down on the Sableye now. And I do want to get the Air Balloon down on the Comfy now in case we get hit with another hand disruption card. That's my biggest fear here. So we'll go ahead and do this. Hopefully find our Radiant Charizard in the prizes, because that's part of our game plan to victory. Scoop Up Net's not bad, and there it is, our Radiant Charizard. Perfect. Okay, so we're actually getting kind of close towards what we need to get to. We just need to find a Fire Energy. We need to resolve 1 Sableye attack, and then we should be good to win the game. I'm a little bit nervous because of the Star Chronos, them taking an extra turn. But I don't think they can really do anything with the extra turn except for just kill another one of our dudes. So I think we should be okay. They might have bosses for Sableye, which could get really ugly. They're for sure going to Star Chronos this turn, I think. And then the next turn, they're probably going to try to bosses plus KO the Sableye. So we need to rebuild a Sableye next turn. We have 1 Clara. We have another Sableye, another Psychic Energy in the deck, but they are still at the bottom because I haven't shuffled. So we'll have to find a way to search for it, more or less. Raihan, interesting. This card's pretty good. They attach a basic energy from the discard pile and search for any card. That's probably going to grab them the bosses. So this turn they're probably going to KO the Cramorant, and the next turn they're going to bosses the Sableye. That's what makes sense to me, at least. Here comes Dialga's attack. This is the Star Chronos. They're going to pick up both Mews as to not expose themselves to Sableye. Okay. That's something I had not considered, and something that I'm going to need to adapt to, for sure. So that's the Star Chronos. We're going to try to give him Zigzagoon. There's no shot in hell they're not bossing the Sableye. There's no way they're not bossing the Sableye here. I don't believe it. They tutored a card. Yep. There you go. There we go. There's the bosses. They could Training Court back in energy. They don't have one. Okay. They're just going to go for the KO. That's fine. We sort of predicted this. So this guy's attacks now cost 3 energy. We need them to cost 1 to surprise the opponent, basically. We need them to cost 1. We're just going to start digging. I think Pokegear is going to be good. Wait. Is there a way I can look at their graveyard? I can. They have a Mew in the graveyard. Ooh. I think Pokegear is too important here. Echoing Horn could get us a Mew KO, but that doesn't actually amount to anything because of the nature of everything. We can Training Court back our energy at some point, so let's make sure and do that. Actually, I probably should have promoted one of the other ones so I could scoop up net first. Let's Pokegear. Let's see what we hit. We hit bosses, really? We didn't hit a Colress? Ew. Gross. Okay. Not ideal. Okay. Let's Training Court back the energy. At this moment in time, I think we shall retreat into the next Comfy and activate it. We found Marnie. A little bit punished for Training Courting back the Marnie. Or Training Courting back the energy that turn or whatnot. Okay. We don't have a great way to consistently hit our Charizard, but benching it is really high risk. However, benching it means we can maybe hit a Clara. Huh. How many cards are in our last zone? 5, 6, 7. Pokestop could backfire if we mill double fire energy. That could kill us. This is actually a really tough turn. I am going to try for the Pokestop. We have enough cards in deck. I don't think it's possible we'll mill double fire. Nice. We hit Scoop Up Net, Escape Rope. Beautiful. I think we're going to lead on Escape Rope. I don't mind any of these other cards in their active spot, even if it is like this guy. They're going to give us a Crobat. That's totally fine. We'll go ahead and use this dude. This is going to grab us. Maybe Lost Vacuum. I might actually Lost Vacuum my own Pokestop. As weird as that sounds. To lock them under the Marnie. I think we're going to Lost Vacuum, banish the Pokestop, or Lost Zone the Pokestop, my bad. Now we have the full 10 cards in the Lost Zone. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think the play now is to Marnie. I think. Let's try it. They have to do a lot of work to win this game, and it gives us a lot of chances at finding our Charizard. Cool. We found a supporter, but it's not one we can use this turn. We could use it next turn to lock their hand up, so that's pretty good. I'm going to bench another Comfy, I think. Actually, I don't really even need to. I think I can just vibe out. I think we can just chill. Charizard hitting twice should be a victory for us, regardless, I think. They have an energy. They can retreat. Okay. Draw 3 cards. Your opponent's discards bench Pokemon until they have 3. Oh, good thing we didn't bench this. We would have had to discard our Zigzagoon, which is not ideal. All right, we're going to lose a Comfy, but that doesn't really matter. They're going to charge up an energy, but that doesn't really matter. What we really need at this point is we need to find Sableye this next turn. We need to get an active Sableye going. Speak of the devil, there he is. Alright, so the awkward part is if we hit specifically Psychic Charizard off the top, but that's what we're going for. We hit Chorus. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we're going to grab the Chorus. Now, I'm not sure if we should use the Chorus. Yeah, we probably should. We can always Rock Sand next turn. Well, that's an issue, right? Because Sableye attack this turn doesn't do anything. And Charizard has to take the last prize. So we need to stream Sableye attacks, basically. I need to Sableye attack into Sableye attack. Putting 60 on both Crobat, I think, is the line. And then, okay, so we need a Chorus Experiment into an energy this turn. And then next turn we can Roxanne. There's the energy, beautiful. There is the Pokegear, which can maybe find us our last Chorus. And there's Fog Crystal, which can grab us Sableye, I believe. Or energy, whatever we miss on next turn. So we've got Sableye now, Psychic Energy now. I don't think there's any reason to play any other cards. We're just going to retreat into our Sableye. And then we're going to go 60-60 on the Crobats. So this is going to be one more Sableye attack. We need to hit another Sableye attack at some point. And we need to hit a Charizard attack as our last two prizes. That's going to be the game plan, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be the game plan. I think we should be good to hit another Sableye attack next turn. We have 16 cards in deck. We're going to see a good amount of them, thanks to Pokegear and Fog Crystal and whatnot. I don't think we need to Roxanne at any point this game. I think Roxanne might be a trap. I think our game plan is actually so consistent. We just need to be careful not to lose our last Clara. I think one of our Claras is in the lost zone. So we need to be careful not to lose the last Clara, I think. We need Clara or Charizard here. So if we hit Clara Charizard off the top, we will lose due to variance. I think because of that, it's better that we Pokegear first and find our Clara first. Exactly, just like that. Okay, we found our Clara. Beautiful. Everything we could have asked for. Everything we could have asked for. Now it's actually... How hard is it going to be for us to find Charizard next turn? Let's try and find it this turn. Or let's at least try and mill some cards that don't matter. We can mill bosses, I think. And grab Level Ball. And then we can fail Level Ball. Just to see what's in the deck still. We've got another Sableye in the deck. Beautiful. Radiant Charizard. We got a couple of dead cards. We have one Chorus. Okay, that's good to know. One Scoop Up Net. Okay. These are all cards that are good to know about. We're going to grab Sableye here. We're going to be able to bench him. We'll be able to Fog Crystal for energy. We have one Psychic Energy left in deck. But that's all we needed. That's all we needed. So our resources are actually, despite being a little bit messy here, not too bad. We could Clara cards back, but I actually don't really think we need to. We can fail this Fog Crystal. There's nothing left to grab. We just need to make sure we hit Charizard energy next turn. So I think the game plan might even be bench, play Pokestop, Roxanne. Yeah, this might be the plan. I'm not sure if this is the plan, but this should get us close enough to hit the Charizard energy. All right, so between Scoop Up, Chorus, and Radiant Charizard, we should be good to hit the energy. We are going to retreat into Sableye, and we're going to take our Lost Mind KO on one of the Crobats. We also have another KO. If they can't clear the Crobat, we have another KO set up with Sableye and an energy. So if we find our Clara, that works, or if we find our Fire Energy, that works. Unfortunately, we have neither, and they could clear their Crobat, which is totally understandable. They found an Avery. Okay, that's pretty good. That's going to cause us to discard a card. We are going to discard Zigzagoon. He's not going to matter this game. I don't think he's going to matter at all. Okay, so between Comfy and Colress's Experiment, we should be able to see every card that's remaining in our deck. And then we should be able to use the Radiant Charizard. So let's go ahead and Comfy first. Grab the Fire Energy. Beautiful. That's exactly what we needed. We can play down the Radiant Charizard. We can play down the Fire Energy. We can retreat with the Comfy, and we can go ahead and go for Combustion Blast for 500 damage for weakness and knock out the opposing Pokemon Origin Form Dialga VSTAR and end this video 5-0. That was awesome. That was really cool. Taking the last KO with my shiny Charizard, getting some sparkly coins, and going on a 5-win streak with Lost Boss. Ooh. Lost Boss? Ooh, that's actually a new fire name for this deck. Lost Boss. Hey, that's sick, actually. That's way sicker than Lost Box. This is the Lost Boss, dude. Sableye the Lost Boss. Oh, man, I like this deck a lot. This is really cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and subscribe, like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the deck. This is such a sick deck. This is really cool. I'm going to be practicing it a lot moving forward. I'm having a blast playing it. Hope to see you guys in the next video. See you later. See you. Awkward goodbye moment. Awkward.